Steel City. Is everybody ready to go? It's Blanton, the greatest radio show.
Welcome, fans, to another episode of The Spread. I'm your host, Jim Sella, in studio with J-Dash and JK47. Going to talk about some Bucco trades and how they bolstered their bullpen for their playoff run. The Buccos sit in, the first wild card spot?
Yes.
Few games behind the Cardinals. It's been tough sledding for the Bucs trying to catch up. It seems like every time they win, the Cards win, and every time the Bucs lose, the Cards win. It just it's not working out catching them.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it works out. One thing the Buccos wanted to do was shore up that bullpen. Now, a lot of people were debating whether or not they did that with their first move, which is they brought over Joe Blanton for cash and designated Vance Worley for assignment.
Peace, V-dubs.
Now, Blanton, he is very similar to Worley, but he has better control. Now, he can be used in the bullpen or as a starter, just like Worley. And on the season, he has a 3.89 ERA, a 120 WHIP, in 41.2 innings pitched. He allowed 43 hits, but he has 40 Ks compared to 7 walks. So I think that's why they were looking at Blanton as an upgrade to Worley. Now, I know everyone wants to bring in bigger names, but you also got to remember you can't bring in 4 closers to pitch long relief for you. You have to find someone that fits that mold. So, yeah, you might not love the player, but you're not going to find a long reliever you do love when you bring him in. So, I mean, really, what they've seen is he's an upgrade to Worley. Now, you can argue you like Worley more, and I have no problem with that, because if you look, last season, Worley had an ERA under 3 with the Pirates, but it was at a starter, and Neil Huntington did come out, and he said he liked Worley as a starter more than he liked him in the bullpen as a long reliever, and really, there's just no room for him to be a starter. You weren't going to put him in over Morton or Locke. I mean, Locke's pitching pretty well right now. So, I mean, he really just had no room to keep Worley on his roster, I believe. I think Joe Blanton, maybe he is just a small upgrade. Whatever's an upgrade, it helps. So, I kind of like this move. I know a lot of people are hating on it. You're saying, oh, you're only bringing over Joe Blanton. Well, yeah, it's not a big name.
It's a very Blanton trade.
But like I said, when you just compare it to Vance Worley, I believe, at least, I don't know if I believe it's an upgrade right now, but the Pirates believe it's an upgrade. And really, what they've done with their pitchers over the past few years, I'm going to at least let it play out and see how I feel about it.
Are they bolstering the bullpen a little more than people thought because they couldn't find the rotation help and they're worried that Burnett might start to drop off and the bullpen might see some more innings down the stretch?
Well, I mean, this move, yeah, that move could have been made for that, because really, I did not see them getting rid of Worley. I thought he was playing okay in long relief. Now, there was times when he went in, I know a couple times he let up a home run to the first batter he faced, at least 2 or 3 times this season, and that kind of upset me. But I liked Worley in long relief and the fact that he could be a 6th starter for you. So it really surprised me that they made this type of move rather than trying to replace someone like Caminero or something. But I mean, an upgrade's an upgrade, and I believe in the end this could be an upgrade for you. Now, I'm not saying he's better than Worley. I'm also not going to say he's worse than Worley either right now, though.
What else did the Buccos do?
Well, the bigger deal was they dealt, I wouldn't say one of their best prospects.
They don't have any good prospects, according to Dejan Kovacevic.
Yeah.
All they got is Josh Bell and Glass now.
Yeah, I mean, he don't know what he's saying. But this guy, I mean, he has some upside. I'm talking about shortstop Jacoby Jones, and they dealt him to Detroit for Joakim Soria. Now, Soria, you have to like. If you don't like bringing in Soria, I don't know what to tell you as a Pirates fan. But let's start with Jones here. He was their 3rd-round pick in 2013. Now, he's only 23 years old, and he was ranked as the Pirates' 12th best prospect on MLB.com coming into the season, and he was 10th in the system according to Baseball America. So he did have some upside. And really, this guy caught my attention last season in a full. He hit 288 with a 347 on base. But the thing that really surprised me is he hit 23 jacks with 17 stolen bases. He included 21 doubles in that too, in 445 at-bats. And this coming from a guy who is a shortstop. Now, the problem is, he might not stick at shortstop. He's really not that great at the position. He may move to second base, or I'm not going to say he's going to move to the outfield, but he did play outfield for LSU, and he played some second base. I could see him moving over to second or third base if he isn't able to stick at shortstop, but I'd try to keep him at short just because his bat would play up at that position. Now, the one problem I have with him is, like I said, he had a very good season in 2014, but I did see he K'd 132 times and 445 at-bats while walking just 33 times. So his walk rate's down, his strike rate is up. It's nice to see him hit 288 with that power, but you can see from people like Jock Peterson. I mean, Jock Peterson's a lot better prospect than Jacoby Jones, first of all, and he's showing the power in the bigs. But you've seen his average drop from the 300s down to the 220s, 230s in the big leagues. And I think this is the type of player Jones will be. His average is going to drop a lot in the bigs because he strikes out too much and doesn't take enough walks. But that power will still be there and the speed will be there. So if he can just improve on those categories a little bit, he could still be a good player. Now, you look this season, like I said, his average is dropping as he goes up a couple levels. Between A advanced and double A, he's only hitting 260 this year with a 319 on base. The power's still there, 10 jacks, speed still there, 15 stolen bases, and 389 at bats. But look, 113 Ks, 32 walks. When you go up one more level, that average is only going to come down, and the on base percentage is going to come down as well. So I like Jacoby Jones in the long run, but I think this is a very good piece to give up for someone that is going to bolster the back end of your bullpen like Joakim Soria will. But let's face it, Soria, he's a rental player, for sure. All these players the Pirates brought in the past couple days, and including Aram a week ago or so, they're all rental players. Now, Soria, he's making $7 million this season. I did not see anything about how much of that is left on his contract and whatnot, and how much the Pirates are going to pay. But this guy, he has been a beast. He closed for KC for 5 years between 2007 and 2011. Now, he missed all 2012, but then he spent a season and a half with Texas and 2 parts of seasons with Detroit. From his rookie season through Detroit, he racked up 201 career saves with a 2.61 ERA. So you see this guy is a beast, and he was a closer for a long time with KC. This season, 2.85 ERA, a 1.05 whip. Now, his Ks are down a little bit, just 36 Ks and 41 innings pitched, but he doesn't walk many people. His home runs are up a little bit, though. Look at this. 8 home runs. That's probably twice as many as you want to see from him. But home runs, it's a little bit of a sporadic category. He can go up and down. Now he's pitching in Pittsburgh. That's probably going to go down a little bit. 23 saves on a season to 3 blown saves. Now, he's not going to replace Mark Melanson. There's no doubt about that. And I wouldn't expect him to take over the 8th inning role either with Tony Watson. You got a closer to pitch in the 7th inning, and that is something very nice to have. Now, if Watson or Melanson are down for a day, then you can see Soria jump into the 8th inning and pitch, or he could close for you at any time too. So this gives the bullpen a lot of flexibility. And now you have Jared Hughes, Joakim Soria, Tony Watson, and Mark Melanson. Those are 4 very good relievers. Now, look, I know we complain about the Pirates bullpen this season, but really they had a top 5, top 10 bullpen before these moves, and this is only going to boast
4th. They were 4th place, at least in the NL, I heard today.
Yeah, see, they still have a good bullpen. I know they have some problems here and there, but a lot of teams do. Now, this is just going to bolster their bullpen, and really, I mean, these back 3 between Soria, Watson, and Melanson, they compare to Herrera, Davis, and Holland in Kansas City to me. Now, Kansas City might have a little bit deeper of a bullpen. In fact, they had to designate Joe Blanton just because they have so many good relievers out there. But really, the Pirates bullpen is one of the best in baseball right now. They're right there with the St. Louis Cardinals, in my opinion. Listen, Soria, he took over Deolis Guerra's spot in the bullpen. And Guerra was a guy I liked, actually, but he started to get hit around a little bit, and he has the least experience. So I see why they made that type of move. And I guess that leaves Caminero here, so that we still have the upside of Caminero if he can ever figure things out. But this bullpen, one of the best bullpens in baseball, I know they have their problems. Every bullpen does at some point. But these 3, between Soria, Watson, and Melanson, are one of the best back ends in baseball, and Hughes is just a plus, in my opinion.
Well, fans, let us know what you think. Hit us up on Twitter at bet_the_spread. Hit me up on Twitter at betjimthewin. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/betthespread. Check out our website at thespreadnews.simplesite.com. Go to our YouTube page, subscribe to that, like that, comment there. Tell us if you think Dash is stupid and I'm smart, because we all know that's what you're thinking.